I want Tesla, I want Apple, I want Amazon, I want Facebook in my portfolio. Okay, hold on. You can't just have these sexy tech stocks in your portfolio. That's like only having shirts in your closet. What's gonna happen? You're gonna be butt-ass naked from the waist down. Diversify your portfolio just like how you will have a diverse closet. Welcome to my channel, everyone. My name is Michelle Hung from The Sassy Investor, your go-to channel for everything to do with personal finances, investing, and money mindset. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the 4 must-haves in your investment portfolio in order for you to build it to 100K and beyond without it going to zero. And if you want to learn how to get there and the proven framework to build your 6-figure portfolio, check out my free masterclass. Details are in the description box below. The first thing you must make sure of is that your asset allocation is appropriate for you and your risk tolerance. This means trying to find the right balance between taking enough risk and not taking too much risk. Having more stocks in your portfolio increases your risk, but that also increases your returns. Compared to having boring ass bonds in your portfolio, I've made so much money off bonds. No one has ever said that. And that's because bonds are lower returning assets. Those things are meant to cushion stock market volatility and for those that are nearing or in retirement. Don't be afraid to take risks in the stock markets. You could very well be selling yourself short on returns in the long run. So consider things like your age, longer time horizon you have, the more risks you can take. Job security and how you generally feel about your investments are important factors as well. At the end of the day, you want to make sure you're able to sleep at night and that you're comfortable with your asset allocation. The second must-have is a geographically diverse portfolio. What I often see is something called home-based bias. North Americans are one of the most self-centered people on this planet. Canadians think Canada is the safest country in the world. Americans think they're the only country that exists in this world. Okay, I'm just kidding. Not really. Newsflash, there are countries that exist outside of Canada and US. Countries like Belgium, Switzerland, England, Singapore, South Africa, South Korea, Indonesia, Chile. We embrace global travel, so why not have a globally diverse portfolio as well? Every country's economy is different. The Canadian economy is very different from the US economy. Canada has a handful of banks, we have 3 telecom companies and 2 major airlines and a whole bunch of resource companies. In the US, that's where you'll find all the sexy technology companies, a lot of banks, huge economy, tons of brands that are globally recognized. We have different economies, so you want to make sure that your portfolio is geographically diverse. And another reason why it's so important to diversify outside of your country is this. Take this scenario, and it actually happened. I was employed by a Canadian company. I had money invested in my company, so I had equity, and I obviously got paid in Canadian dollars. My firm didn't do as well. We actually got acquired, and what happened was my company stock went to almost nothing. I lost a lot of money in my firm, and on top of that, I lost my job. And because the economy wasn't doing well, the stocks weren't performing as well. Canadian dollar tanked. And if I only had Canadian stocks in my portfolio, it would have totally sucked. But I didn't. While Canada was going through a rough patch, the US was already making its way out of the global recession from 2008. And since I held a lot of US stock in my portfolio, my investment portfolio was the only thing that was good that was happening in my life. Okay, that's not true. My friends and family are wonderful too. Point is, a lot of things can happen locally, so if other countries are performing, you have that exposure. The third thing you must have is various sized companies in your portfolio. That means you want a mix of large, medium, and small sized companies. For example, a large established company in Canada is RBC or TD, any of the Canadian banks. They're solid companies, they've been around for decades, they pay great dividends, and there's a low chance of them going to zero anytime soon. Now, we don't expect these companies to grow 10 times or 100 times their size now, but they're stable and profitable, which is great to have. You want the medium and small size companies in your portfolio because there's a chance that some of these companies will grow 10, 20, 100 times their current size. And this is how you will be able to juice your returns in your portfolio. The last thing is making sure you have multiple sectors covered. Remember what I said at the very beginning of this video, can't just have these sexy tech stocks in your portfolio, because that's just like only having shirts in your closet. You don't want to be that exposed to one particular sector. Having multiple sectors covered like utilities, consumers, financial services, various sectors will perform differently in various stages of the economic cycle. For example, utilities, people need their energy and electricity no matter what's happening in the world. We could be in a recession, we could be in a depression, we could be in a huge bull run. We still need our electricity. Same goes for waste management companies. No matter what, we need our trash picked up. So having multiple sectors covered will make sure that you're not overexposed to any one particular industry, just in case that one specific industry tanks for whatever reason. So just to recap, having an appropriate asset allocation, making sure your portfolio is geographically diverse, having various size companies, small, medium, large companies in your portfolio, and making sure you have multiple sectors covered. These are the 4 must-haves to ensure 1, it doesn't go to 0, and 2, you're well on your way to your 6-figure portfolio and beyond that. That's all for today. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you later.